Fridays from 1:30 to 3.
This is lies!
No, March Madness may be over, but you can catch all the madness every Tuesday from 1:30 to 3 on the club level, only on SportsTownChicago.com.
And hopefully we can catch Mike Buda up to speed.
Might be a loss.
SportsTownChicago.com, the only place where you can talk Pokemon with the Pokemaster. Bringing you all the pressing topics, brought to you by SportsTownChicago.com.
You want to do a live sports show with up to 3 of your friends?
Yeah.
Would you like to be invited to live sporting events?
Well, yeah.
Well, you can now with SportsTownChicago.com. Sportstown Chicago is the home of the ICB Sports Network. Learn blogging, podcasting, and promos right here at SportsTownChicago.com. For more information, go to beonair.com or dial 630-916-1700. SportsTownChicago.com. We're in the league of our own.
Friday Night Hoops.
We've got ball!
Basketballs, that is. Yes, that's right. We're bringing you all the high school basketball news from around the area.
Whoopee!
Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. only on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hey guys, it's Pete McMurray. Every time I'm out and about, people always ask, Pete, how do I become a DJ? How can I hang out at cool concerts, go backstage, and most importantly, be on the air? Well, I'm here to tell you about the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting trains you for a career in radio, TV, and web design, on air and behind the scenes. Classes meet 3 days or nights a week, and in less than a year, you'll be ready to start your career in broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting offers hands-on training, exciting internships, job placement assistance, and financial aid for those who qualify. They'll help get you into a career that you can love at their suburban campus in Lombard. They're enrolling now for upcoming classes, and seats are filling up quickly. To get started, go to beonair.com/rock. That's beonair.com/rock, or you can text ROCK to 33239. That's ROCK to 33239. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Hey, this is Dr. Pete, SportsTownChicago.com, inviting you to check out the Team Dow Wellness Tip of the Week. Their weight release program helped me drop over 50 pounds and over 10 pant sizes. Visit our homepage of SportsTownChicago.com or theedgeonair.com to find out the Team Dow Wellness Tip of the Week. Welcome one, welcome all. We are here on SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own, and right away we are starting with a point. Unbelievable, no other way you want to start it here. We are on the WISC radio network. Dr. Pete alongside Adam, joining us for the first time in his illustrious 2B volleyball career. Set near side, quick tip over. Push to the far side, 10-foot line. Kill attempt for Maverick number 20, Mary Grace Kelly, and that one goes a bit far. And back to serve now for sports performance is going to be number 17, Lauren Carlini. Bump back row. High, go to the outside. Jendrick down. Jendrick kill. There you see one of the top 50 state players in the nation already signed to Virginia Tech. She's pretty good. So needless to say, we're moving along now. Back to serve is going to be 17, Carlini. Set serve with the right hand and not able to play that one is going to be number 20, Kelly again. We are calling the live Sports Performance Volleyball Elite taking on Maverick 18 Elite. Serve over right hand, Carlini, and misplayed. That one goes out of bounds. That is going to be on the backside there for Maverick number 1, and I don't have her on my roster, so I'm sure we'll figure it out along the way. Serve over right hand, Carlini again, bump back row. High set from the 10-foot line, near side off the double block. Good pickup back row by Davis. Set far side, Haggerty over with a two-hand side bump. Resets up the attack for the Mavericks. Tip over back row, 10-foot line by the libero, Clark. Spike down, good bump back row set, using the whole length of the net. Bump Haggerty from the top. Quick hop, 10-foot line, down, kill. Allie Davis, 6-0. What a start in today's match. Back to serve now is going to be number 17, Lauren Carlini again. She serves over with the right hand. That's going to be a bump from the back row. Quick back set, Carlini to Jendrick, down. Jendrick kill. Virginia Tech, you are getting yourself a powerhouse, and we already got a quick timeout. And boy, oh boy, we will take it with them. SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own.
Here at JamsOnAir.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track? I want to get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like them. We have them all. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, lollipop. Well, maybe not that. JamsOnAir.com. Radio when you want it.
And we're back. SportsTownChicago.com. That one goes a bit out of bounds. Adam, that's the art of icing, as they call it in volleyball, as they called the timeout, and right away the Mavericks get a bit of the advantage, and they're going back for the serve. 7-1 your score, SportsTownChicago.com. High serve is going to be by Brinkman, set to the 10-foot line. Haggerty dig down low, slides a bit under the net, but that's okay. Double block along the middle. Give it to Jendrick, and I'm trying to see who was with her. That was Ciara Hill, and 8-1 is already going to be your score. Back to serve, Haggerty, all fingers taped, bumped by the libero. That is going to be number 13, Skreptak. High set to the near side, Allie Davis down. She finds the line. That one stays in. Rolling down the river. Sports Performance continues along at 9-1. Woo. Back to serve now. Haggerty. She goes to the back row to the libero, Skreptak. High set, 10-foot line, kill attempt underneath this Haggerty, but that one's going to go out of bounds, and Carlini's not able to get there. First true point there, I guess you could say, for the Mavericks. Near to far Sports Performance, they're wearing the long-sleeve jerseys, red, white, and blue, very patriotic for Memorial Day weekend. The Mavericks wearing the long-sleeve black jerseys with, red jerseys, I should say, with black numbers and letters and white trim. Play at the net, Carlini, Hill down. Adam, you're seeing one of the best teams in the nation.
I can definitely see why they are rated one of the best teams in the nation. They are very good.
Back to serve now with a 10-2 score. Hop serve with the right hand is going to be the libero, Clark. Set near side, dig down. Are they saying antenna? They are saying antenna. The line judge is calling antenna on that one. You can't go on the outside of the antenna. That's what they call out of bounds. So 10-3 is your score now. Line judge throwing it over to number 2, Lauren Clark. We will be here all weekend, folks, just to let all of our loyal fans and listeners know here in volleyball. And that one by libero Lauren Clark goes a bit too far. 11-3 going to be your score now. Back to serve. Hop serve, right hand is going to be by Curran. Carlini, far side, Davis. Davis is double blocked, but it goes out of bounds. One thing you're going to see for Sports Performance, Adam, is communication. You saw it was going out of bounds after the block. They yelled, hey, get back. She moved her arms back instead of going for it. You have to earn every point against Sports Performance. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot. Checking in now for the serve is Annie Furlman. 10-foot line bump to keep the rally going. Picked up by Clark the libero. Back set, Carlini. Haggerty down! Haggerty kill! Robots in disguise. Mega Haggerty, 13-3. One of her nicknames, she Transformers, Megatron type style.
I see.
Okay, Furlman serves over. Left hand dump! Kelsey Polak, the first dump of the day, 13-4. Pulling out all the stops. Coach Butler telling one of the Haggerty sisters, back row, hey, you got to be prepared for that. They're going to try to do everything to get whatever advantage they can. 13-4 your score. Serve over. Clark with the bump. And I believe they're going to do a redo. They're doing a redo on that one. I believe the R1 did not give the call yet. So here we go again. Serve over. Polak. Near side, Haggerty down, good bump by the libero, and nobody home Logan Scraptalk, the 5'9 junior, the libero for the Mavericks, not able to get there, and 14-4. Nothing like a home court advantage here on a Saturday morning.
Exactly. They're playing off to a great start.
Serve over by Davis. Set to the near antenna, high off the double, and that one goes out of bounds. Far point there for the Mavericks. I think, they're coming from Ohio. Ohio, another very good state for the high school level of volleyball and college volleyball for that matter. You always got the teams like Ohio State, so they know what it's like. But sports performance, I mean, you got a bunch of players on this team. Another point goes to sports performance. You got a bunch of players on this team that they're going D1 school, so it's almost like a hybrid of college athletes already incoming. I mean, there was a collegiate challenge here a few weeks ago with the likes of Wisconsin and Illinois, and there was even a team from China, and sports performance was their warm-up team. So just to put things into perspective for you. Allie Davis, high bump, back row. Carlini, far side to Haggerty. Good self-preservation, keeping alive as Scraptalk. Spike down. Another self-preservation by Furlman. Haggerty goes for a kill. Three self-preservations in a row, and not able to slide underneath it cleanly is Mary Grace Kelly. And 15-5 going to be your score now. Move it up to 16-5. Sports performance have all the answers right now. Back to serve with the right hand. Recently checking his list of Banzik. And
a little long.
A bit long on that one. A service error. Subbing in now is going to be Haggerty, handing and going back out for the libero substitution. R1 getting the okay down to R2, and we are going to go. Scraptalk, the libero, wearing the no-sleeve black jersey with the red number white trim. High bump, Davis. Carlini with the left hand dump. 17-6 going to be your score. It's a good dump. Good morning dump. It's 5 minutes after 8 here in Central Time. Good time for a first dump for sports performance. Back to serve now. Carlini again out of Aurora. Right hand, set serve. Bump back row, right up to the net. Decoy across middle. She goes for the angle. Ooh, just goes out of bounds. Point going up to 18-6. Back to serve now is going to be Carlini again. She serves over with the right hand on the set. Near side antenna, Carlini with a good bump down low. Spike far side, and that one goes a bit out of bounds. 18-6, moving up to 19-6 now. Again, we're here, sportsoundchicago.com. Dr. Pete alongside Adam for a lovely afternoon, or morning as of right now, of club volleyball here at the Great Lakes Center. Decoy by Hill. Haggerty tips over right hand. Good dig back row. Set toward the net. Near side. Whoa! Bringing down the thunder along the right side is Catherine Jarrett. 19-7 Mavericks, Adam, seeming to starting to find themselves a bit finally.
Yeah, that definitely had some power behind it with some authority. Oh, in the net.
Service error there for Abby Brinkman. Not what you like to see after you try to get that little bit of an advantage. Back to serve now is going to be Haggerty. Haggerty, a product of Wheaton St. Francis. Set up 10-foot line. Decoy across the middle. High, set in the air by Carlini. Near side, Jendrick. And waiting to see what the call is. Point's going to go 20-7, but point's going to go to the Mavericks.
Not sure what they called there.
Serve over, might have been a net violation. We just missed. Carlini, far side. Davis goes for the kill off the double. Good dig down low, Scraptalk. Another dump. The two-hand flush for that one for Kelsey Polak out of Kirtland, Ohio. An unsigned senior standing 5'10", 20-9 now. Dumps just flowing. Back to serve, hop serve, number 1 for Maverick Elite. Haggerty right behind the 10-foot line. She goes on an angle, no tip there. That goes out of bounds. 20-10. 5 points away from victory in sports performance right now, but Mavericks a little bit starting to find themselves. So when we get to set 2, no matter the outcome of this one, the Mavericks are, moving along. Carlini not able to get to that one cleanly. So you're starting to see sports performance, I guess you could say, Adam, come back to earth.
Right. I talked to Mavericks coach Michael Schweitzer, and he said that his team is just on the verge of getting over that hump and winning the tournament.
Serve over, Spike. Jendrick, or Haggerty on that one, excuse me. Another kill. Nothing like beating the dead horse with that one. And even Coach Butler there has some direction for the team. You can always improve. Back to serve is the libero, Clark. 10-foot line. Going for the kill. Triple block. And that one drops down. You're not going to necessarily break through that wall. 22-11 with Clark. Back to serve here, SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own. Dr. Pete alongside Adam for the National Junior Classic here with the first game of the weekend. Spike off the double block and not able to keep it in play. Sports performance plays at such a high level. The Mavericks can't make mistakes, and they got to watch out for where that block comes in. Clark, hop serve over with the right hand. Bump from the back row, 10-foot line set. Spike down, Carlini to Clark, near side Jendrick. Jendrick down, Jendrick kill, and boom goes the dynamite. 24-11 set, 1 point. Clark is back to serve. Set one on the line. Hop serve, right hand. Goes a bit far, again underneath it is Kelly. Set back to Kelly off the double. Carlini with a right hand chop keeps it alive. Davis down, hits the wall, kill. And that's going to be it for the first one. 25-11 is the way this first one's going to go. We're going to take a timeout when we come back. Set 2 action here on SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own.
Professional wrestling is fake, right?
Yes!
Wrong, because if you do, we'll have either Jason Ledbetter,
really,
Corey Tappendorf,
Did you say Kofi Rhodes?
Mike Buddha,
Thank you, Your Honor.
or me, Ryan Taylor,
Armbar!
find you and break your legs.
And that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
Check out the Top Rope every Wednesday on SportsTownChicago.com from 5 to 7 p.m., where you'll hear the latest about WWE, TNA, and local independent wrestling.
I don't even know if that's PG.
Listen to the Chi-Hearts on SportsTownChicago.com.
From Chicago.
Way back, you can put it on the board, yeah!
Hey, Cup win, Cup win, Cup win, Cup win, Cup win. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears!
And now it's in the net, they score! It's in! They score! The Hawks win the Stanley Cup!
And you say Shot City?
1:33 every Monday on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hi, I'm Rusty Lindsay.
I'm Joe Pitt. And I'm Mike Buddha.
And you might recognize us as the Club Level, formerly on Wednesdays from 3 to 5.
But now we're on Tuesdays from what?
You never told me anything.
Didn't you get the email we sent you with the script?
What script?
Well, you did. You follow us on Twitter at the Club Level, right? We announced it there.
What the hell is Twitter?
We also put it on our Facebook page, the Club Level.
Facebook?
Did you get our email from the Club Level at gmail.com?
What are you talking about?
We were formerly on Wednesdays. You remember that, right? But you know what station?
We are canceled.
We're on SportsTownChicago.com.
Tuesdays from 1:30 to 3.
This is lies.
No. March Madness may be over, but you can catch all the madness every Tuesday from 1:30 to 3 on the Club Level, only on SportsTownChicago.com.
And hopefully we can catch Mike Buddha up to speed.
Might be a loss.
SportsTownChicago.com, the only place where you can talk Pokemon with the Pokemaster. Bringing you all the pressing topics, brought to you by SportsTownChicago.com.
Dr. Pete alongside Adam here for the National Junior Classic. Switching sides near to far now are going to be the Mavericks. Adam, in your opinion, what do the Mavericks have to do for this one to at least show some more face, try to keep up with Spry?
They just really got to keep the unforced turnovers down. It's just killing them.
And we're underway. Carlini back hill, and just like they ended, another kill for Sports Performance. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, 1-0. Every player on that team, I've said every name on the list, they're all able to perform like that.
Yeah, they all play at a high level.
Serve over. Carlini, back serve. Spike down, blocked that time by Haggerty. Anywhere they go, Brinkman that time finds the Spry wall. Serve over by Carlini, and that one drops down. Ace is the place this morning at Sports Performance. 3-0 is your score. Back to serve is going to be Carlini again. Right hand. Serves over. Bump up to the net. High return to the left side. Serve over. Davis. We have a volleyball coming into the court, and they are stopping it. First time you've seen it today, Adam. Sometimes it happens more than not.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
The fact that they can't net off it's every 2 courts.
Correct.
Otherwise, you'd have a very limited play space. So, volleyball comes in from another court. They're going to stop it. Like to see on the other court some players like Kennard over there and Hinsky, 2 of the 2012 All-Stars on SportsTownChicago.com. On this court, of course, you have Jendrick and Haggerty. 2011 All-Stars. It's now 2012. The 2012 All-Star game. First weekend of December, folks, so mark your calendars now. The best in the state of Illinois, as Carlini not able to get to that one. 4-1 as Sports Performance gets their first one. And behind us, I see setting up the likes of Michelle Schultz and Mary Grisano, 2 more All-Stars in the SportsTownChicago.com All-Star game. First weekend of December, location and time to be announced. 4-1 still your score. Carlini decoy to Hill. Down. Haggerty kill. Not able to get to in the back row is Mary Grace Kelly out of Strongsville, Ohio. And they are just rolling right now. Pre-tournament favorites to win the whole thing, and you're seeing why there.
Oh, yeah. They're clearly at a level above everybody else.
Spike down. Triple block, but doing a good job finding the far side is Kelly. Hit off the right side of that triple block, and that one goes out of bounds. 5-2. This is the time for the Mavericks, absolutely the time for them to really trying to figure out what they're trying to do here, where they're trying to go with things. Hop serve, right hand serve over, bump back row by Clark. Near side Davis down, and not able to get underneath it cleanly is going to be Brinkman. 6-2 your score. I don't see her out on the court right now, but Madeline Kosar, not here right now, a niece of former Cleveland Brown great Bernie Kosar.
Oh, didn't know that.
Bump near side off the double block. Haggerty back row into Clark. Carlini near side. Davis goes for the kill. Picked up back row by the Mavericks. Set far side. Looking for the double block. Clark underneath it. Carlini up to Haggerty down. Bump back row picked up by Skreptok. Far side off the double, and that one goes off the tip. Big kill there by Mary Grace Kelly. 6-3 your score. Mavericks, they're taking things at their pace now. They are slowing the game down, and right now it's working to their advantage.
Right, that's exactly what they need to do, try and get them out of their rhythm.
Jarrett back to serve. Decoy across the middle. Jendrick down. Bust out Cogsworth, because like clockwork, Jendrick gets another kill, 7-3. Back to serve now is going to be number 27, Annie Furlman. Hop serve, right hand. Bump back row by the Mavericks. Set back to about the 15-foot line. And that one goes far. Oh, they're calling a tip. The back line judge is calling a tip on that one. 7-4 going to be your score now. Back here to serve is going to be number 4. We'll see. Pollock. Right hand, hop serve. Directs it back to Furlman, and they're calling a jump as a volleyball from another court came into play. So, again, got to avoid that. Back to serve is going to be for, again, Pollock out of Kirtland, Ohio. Hop serve. She's unsigned, folks, so for all of our colleges out there that may be in attendance, I see some college coaches down on Coach's Row. Back to serve, Allie Davis is going to be an 8-4 lead right now for Sports Performance Elite. Sponsored by Mizuno, and that one goes to Sports Performance 9-4. Mavericks, and no, there's a timeout. We'll take it with a 9-4 going to be your score right here. SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own.
Hey guys, it's Pete McMurray. Every time I'm out and about, people always ask, Pete, how do I become a DJ? How can I hang out at cool concerts, go backstage, and most importantly, be on the air? Well, I'm here to tell you about the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting trains you for a career in radio, TV, and web design on air and behind the scenes. Classes meet 3 days or nights a week, and in less than a year, you'll be ready to start your career in broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting offers hands-on training training, exciting internships, job placement assistance, and financial aid for those who qualify. They'll help get you into a career that you can love at their suburban campus in Lombard. They're enrolling now for upcoming classes, and seats are filling up quick.
Chicago.com and League of Our Own. And quick point again to Sports Performance. The ice didn't work there as the Mavericks now trail by 6. Back to serve, the one, the only, Allie Davis. Another all-star of this year's game out of Hinsdale Central. 6-point lead, set, 10-foot line, kill attempt down, Furlman able to get underneath it. Carlini back to Davis, back row, good bump, Skrebtak. Joust at the net, points going to the Mavericks. A reach over called on Sports Performance, and you can't do that.
Mavericks just need to get Sports Performance out of this rhythm they're in because it's unstoppable.
Back to serve with the right hand is going to be Kelly. Near side, Haggerty gets double blocked. Davis able to get underneath it. Back to Haggerty. Spike down underneath it is Skrebtak. Back set over to Brinkman. And not able to get there is going to be Clark, the libero. And 10 Sixers scored. There you go, little 2 points in a row, something the Mavericks need.
That's what they need, just to get a little roll going.
Serve over, Davis back set, Haggerty, and Haggerty down. Haggerty, con la muerta. That is with the kill in Espanol. Never know who's listening out there. May have some, listeners that speak Spanish. 11-6, or take Spanish from high school or college, Set, 10-foot line right at the net. Hill, and a bit of slip and slide is going to be by Alyssa Banzik. And oh, thank Kevin, it's now 7-11. One thing you'll see throughout the day, you can tell is already getting a little bit warmer from when we walked in. You have, 8 courts here of volleyball action. So needless to say, the court's going to get a little slippery throughout the day. Carlini all the way to the near side. Haggerty, good position there by Skrebtak. At the net, spike over, bump back, roll Clark. Decoy, Davis goes for the kill. Good dig down low by Skrebtak. Back set, spike down, and Furlman not able to get underneath that one. It was going to be high. It was going to be close at the net. 11-8 going to be your score now. Or at least I think it's going to be 11-8. There it is. Okay, I was waiting for it. Skrebtak serves over. Furlman back to Clark, near side. Haggerty off the double, and double block. Sends it back down, and Mavericks really starting, to find a bit of a groove.
Yeah, they're making that run they need to get back in this one and try and force a game 3.
Back to serve now. With the right hand, bump Davis back row. Carlini near side to Haggerty. Down, kill, Haggerty, 12-9. They get that back, and subbing into the game is going to be Jendrick. Out goes Furlman. They had a bit of a smaller lineup in at the time, so that could, of course, make a difference for the net play. But Carlini is back with a 12-9 score. Bump from the back row is going to be Grace. Quick one down. Oh, good chop underneath it. Clark. Davis high sets it over the net. Set to the near side. Spike down. Carlini underneath that one. Jendrick near side. Haggerty down. Good bump back row by Skrebtak. Good dig for her. Spike going far, and it just goes out of bounds. Allie Davis does a bit of a matrix move to get out of the way of that one. 13-9 going to be your score now.
That was a good decision there to let that one go.
Bump back row. Chop underneath it. Side bump by Skrebtak to keep the rally going. Clark up. Quick one down. One kill for Hill. And there shall only be one. 14-9 going to be your score here at SportsTownChicago.com's coverage of the National Junior Classic. Back to serve now, number 17, Carlini. Serve over. Bump down low is by Kelly. Right at the net. And Davis not able to slide underneath that one. Tip called 14-10. Mavericks, this is their time to make a run at them. They can't be going 1-for-1.
Yeah, they're hanging close, but they gotta make a difference here.
Back to serve. Hop over, Brinkman. Carlini back sets to Haggerty. Tool block, tool kill. Bust out the chainsaw on that one. 15-10 now. As the block pushed that one a bit outside. Back to serve is Haggerty the younger. Serve over. Good bump by Brinkman. At the net. And point goes Sports Performance again. There's a fan kind of hopping to our immediate left. I didn't know what was going on. But Nonetheless, 16-10 going to be your score. Haggerty serves, and that one goes into the net. A service error, one of the few mistakes you'll see Sports Performance make.
Yeah, they're just kind of like a well-oiled machine here.
And volleyball comes in from the other court. Want to remind everybody our sponsor for today's game is the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, beonair.com or 630-916-1700 for more information. Back set by Haggerty. Bump down low. Set with the decoy. Spike down. Big pickup back row by Haggerty. Hill near side. And Davis not able to get to it in time. Bit of a sloppy return there for Sports Performance. They didn't seem to have themselves set the whole time.
Right, yeah. Set a little too far outside.
Back to serve. Mavericks over. Clark rolls off the shoulder. 16-13. Mavericks now bring it to within 3. Like we were just saying, after a 15-10, you got to start doing at least a 2-for-1 deal here. And serving into the net is not going to help.
Yeah, unforced errors are just killing the Mavericks this game.
17-13 now. 4-point lead again for Sports Performance. Clark over. Bump by Kelly. Back set. Spike over with the right hand. Carlini down to 2 knees. Clark near side for Davis. Davis finds the gap. And don't mind it neither. 18-13 going to be your score. That was a wide open space, not to quote the Dixie Chicks. Timeout called on the court, and we will take it with them. SportsSoundChicago.com in a league of our own.
Stephen Mielhausen, the host of the Fight Club Chicago. The Fight Club Chicago used to be on Monday and Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. Central Time. Not anymore. The Fight Club Chicago now will be on Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Central Time, as we bring you the best from the UFC, Bellator, Strikeforce, the world of boxing, and the world of professional wrestling. You'll get the premier interviews in all of combat sports. So tune in to the Fight Club Chicago Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Central Time, right here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Blaming all on my roots, I showed up in boots and ruined.
And we're back, SportsTownChicago.com, league of our own. Clark not able to get there. Good time out there by the Mavericks. Kind of got to stop that momentum that Sports Performance is going to get, so good use of a timeout.
Right. Mavericks just need to get through this 4-point barrier that they can't seem to break. Get a little bit closer.
And hitting the top of the net, dropping down. Again, Mavericks right now, not to say they're getting a break, they're earning their points, but any point they get, they're shooting themselves right in the foot, giving it away.
Unforced errors, it's just killing them right now.
Serve over Furlman, bump back row at the net, and that one drops on the near side as losing the joust there is Kelsey Pollock. 20-14 going to be your score now. And giving the point right back is going to be Perlman. So 20-15 is going to be your score now, 5 points away. The first one ended 25-11. So it's good to see the Mavericks starting to find themselves here. Again, Sports Performance, home court. They play on this court literally day in and day out. So you know that's an advantage. Mavericks may not be used to what they're seeing right now, used to the court. It's not like you get a lot of practice time. And 21-15 your score after that quick kill. That's got to, the home court advantage here, knowing the temperatures, knowing the court, knowing how to work, being used to your surroundings, it's got to be a huge advantage for Sports Performance. We'll get to that in a second. Tip over right hand, Brinkman, and Sports Performance not able to get there. Mavericks able to get the point, 21-16. But yeah, Adam, Sports Performance has had such a huge advantage in this tournament.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like I said, when I talked to the Mavericks coach, he just said they're just trying to break through and get that first, just become a better team. And he said he's real excited about his team and getting better and better each year.
21-17 your score now on SportsTownChicago.com. Back to serve now for the Mavericks is Kelly with that 4-point deficit. Carlini back. Haggerty double block. Able to pick up the pieces is Davis. And Carlini sets to nobody. Or as lovely intern Joe likes to say, the worst teammate in the world, the invisible player. 21-18. I used to think it was funny. I don't know. I kind of just use it now to honor the intern. But Haggerty off the double block, and Mavericks get another point. 21-19 now, and here come the Mavericks.
Yeah, a little run here. Need to keep it going.
And just as we say that, Kelly with a service error, giving another point back. At least 3 times this set, Adam, they've just given a point to Sports Performance. They could be at least tied right now.
Every time I say it, they seem to hit the ball right into the net on the next serve, so maybe I should just stop saying it.
And high off the tip, getting a point on the near side, was the recently checked in Kara Berger, unsigned senior out of Mentor, Ohio. She gets a point, and then she checks right out. So they're all about quick substitutions, it seems, for the Mavericks, but only one player on the bench, so they only roll 1 deep. But as we said, there's some players listed here that aren't with the team as of right now, being a big holiday weekend. So bump at the 10-foot line. Carlini near side. Haggerty goes for the kill, and not able to get to it there is Mary Grace Kelly. And, I mean, looking at here, I mean, some of the players, you have Schwartzolder not here. You have Kosar not here. I don't believe Curran is here. And Berger just checked in. So there's 3 players that are on this, already short squad that are not here today. 23-20, tool block, tool kill for Brinkman. And not having a lot of familiarity with this Ohio team, the Mavericks, for all we know, those could be 3 starters not with the squad.
Exactly.
Hop serve over by Brinkman. Decoy by Hill. Jenrick down. Breaking through to the other side. 24-21. We are at game point already here for the first one of many today on SportsTownChicago.com. Haggerty back to serve. Serves over. Looking for the kill off the triple block, and Carlini not able to slide underneath that one. 24-22. Got to win by 2 here, so, and it's best out of 3, but third set in club rules only goes to 15. Clark underneath that one. Carlini back sets Jendrick, and Jendrick is double blocked. Mavericks say no. 24-23. Ricks calls a timeout for Sports Performance. What's going to happen? We'll find out. SportsTownChicago.com.
You think professional wrestling is fake, right?
Yes!
Wrong, because if you do, we'll have either Jason Ledbetter,
Really?
Corey Tappendorf,
No. You say Kofi Rhodes?
Mike Buddha,
Thank you, Your Honor.
or me, Ryan Taylor,
Armbar!
find you and break your legs.
And that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
Check out the Top Rope every Wednesday on SportsTownChicago.com from 5 to 7 p.m., where you'll hear the latest about WWE, TNA, and local independent wrestling.
I don't even know if that's PG.
And we're back, SportsTownChicago.com. 24-23 your score. Set, decoy, Hill, Davis down, Davis kill, and that timeout worked because 25-23 is the way this one's going to end here. Adam, your first one of the weekend, you saw Sports Performance, the pre-tournament favorite to take this whole thing. Came out storming 25-11 in the first one. Got tested in the second one by the Mavericks, 25-23. Look for the Mavericks to really make a push now. They found themselves so much in that second set, again against the pre-tournament favorites. Like the Maverick chances to make a push, but Sports Performance, you saw what they have to offer.
Right, yeah, they clearly had most talent on the floor, but the Mavericks really showed me something there in the second game. They came back with a strong effort and really showed. I think Sports Performance was surprised by what they brought in the second game.
All right, we are going to take a brief timeout as we are going to have 2 more lovely teams coming your way shortly, and we will get those teams to you shortly. But all we know is one of them is, it looks like a Milwaukee team taking on a team with a lot of local people, as I see possibly 3 SportsTownChicago.com All-Stars on the opposing squad. So another All-Star team we're going to be seeing coming our way. It looks like we got at least Michelle Schultz and Mary Grisano, and we might even have Lenzini. Not quite sure. We'll get all these names in a second. We're going to take a brief timeout. Be back for this next game on SportsTownChicago.com, where we are in a league of our own.